things that you are naturally good at, they would often confirm your calling. And what's more with this calling is that it blesses other people. Bangumay calling ni God is for us to honor Him and then also to be a blessing to other people. So Rizal did that. Yan, muna na siya, nahimo na siyang national hero. Anyway, another calling of Dr. Jose Rizal was that he was an educator. So Rizal established in the Pitan a school. It began with 3 pupils who increased to 16 and eventually to 21. 16 of his pupils did not pay tuition, and instead of charging them fees, Rizal made them work in his gardens and constructing projects. So formal classes were 2 p.m. and 4 p.m. He also applied the emperor system, which is that of Ateneo. So during recess, pupils built fires to drive away insects, prune fruit trees, and manure the soil. So outside class hours, students had gymnastics, boxing, wrestling, stone throwing, swimming, arnis, and boating. So he actually wrote the Hymn of Talisay, a poem Rizal wrote in honor of Talisay, which made his pupils sing. So for me, this is an enjoyable time for the life of Dr. Jose Rizal. And you can really see the, I don't know, no, I'm not there. I'm not privy to the life of Dr. Jose Rizal because he's dead and we are centuries apart. But I guess that there's this joy of him helping these people because if you can see the Pitan, take away the other perspectives in the Pitan, but if you're going to look at it, it's a beautiful city. It's filled with color and life. And makita ni mo ba na nagbunga yun ang iyang investment. Nagbunga ang iyang investment through investing in people and actually using his giftings to move the community. And it's such a huge contrast to the revolution. I'm not saying that the revolution is bad. We will never be here without the revolution. It's a catalyst for the Philippine history, for our history in general. But what I'm trying to tell you is that there is indeed another change which is available to us. Even in times during hardship, sometimes it's not complaining or being aggressive. It's not the solution that we would want, no? What Rizal is trying to teach us is that being aggressive is not being for pro-revolution or taking up arms is the only solution, but can also be changing people's lives little by little. Okay, so diri ko maka-admire sa life ni Dr. Jose Rizal. Anyway, in terms of science, even if there were no laboratories yet in the Pitan, Rizal already found scientific discoveries in the Pitan. So his contributions to science involved he sent specimens which he found in the Museum of Europe, especially to the Dresden Museum. In turn, he received scientific books and surgical instruments. So he had built up a rich collection of conchology, which are shells, and he discovered specimens like the Rhacophorus rizali, a rare frog, and Aponia rizali, a small beetle, and the Draco rizali, a flying dragon. Okay, another talent. Also, Rizal was a linguist. So he learned in Pitan, Bisayan, Subanen, and Malay languages. By that time, he already knew 22 languages, which include Tagalog, Malay, Ilocano, Hebrew, Bisayan, Sanskrit, Subanen, Dutch, Spanish, Catalan, Latin, Italian, Greek, Chinese, English, Japanese, French, Portuguese, German, Swedish, Arabic, and Russian. Okay, Rizal also maintained his artistic flair because he still practiced painting and sculpting there in the Pitan. So in order to pursue his artistic activities, Rizal contributed paintings to the Sisters of Charity who were preparing the sanctuary of the Holy Virgin, and he made sketches of persons and things that attracted him in the Pitan. He modeled a statuette called the Mother's Revenge to stress the moral of the incident where a puppy of his dog Syria was eaten by a crocodile. He also constructed a statue of a girl called the Pitan Girl, a wood carving of Josephine Bracken, and he made a bust of St. Paul for Father Pastels. Rizal was also a farmer, so Rizal acquired a total land holdings of 70 hectares, where 6,000 hemp plants, 1,000 coconut trees, and numerous fruit trees, sugarcane, corn, coffee, and cacao were planted. He planned to establish an agricultural colony in Sitio Punot because it was ideal for raising cacao, coffee, coconuts, and cattle. However, this did not materialize due to the lack of support from the government. Oh, and Rizal was also a businessman. Rizal's business partner in the Pitan was a certain Ramon Carrion, who made profitable business ventures in fishing, copra, and hemp industries. So Rizal profited a lot from the hemp industry. Okay, and then he also created the Cooperative Association of the Pitan Farmers to break the Chinese monopoly, which was already there in Dipolog City. Rizal also was an inventor. Okay, he invented the cigarette lighter, which he sent to Blumentritt and called it the supukan, and he made a wooden machine for making bricks. And of course, I already read to you the poem, My Retreat, and we're going to read that next meeting. And also, we're going to discuss the life of Rizal and Josephine Bracken. Okay, so that's part one of our part one of our part one of our life and the life of Dr. Rizal and the life of Rizal in the Pitan. So I hope that this video was enjoyable for everyone, and if it's not, then we will have another class on Thursday and we will discuss these things wherein you can raise your questions, try to give me your insight, and of course I'll be giving you a quiz by Friday. So thank you so much for viewing this video, and I hope that you will have a safe and wonderful afternoon.